Hello, I'm Atomy Yoon Young Lee. The product I'm going to introduce today is a really newly made Noni product. When it comes to Noni, it's a raw material that many people are familiar with, and you must have come across it in the market. Let's take a moment to find out how Atomy's new Noni is different. The Noni products are beautifully displayed at the front like this. First, the shape has changed. We've changed from individually packaged pouches to bulk-type bottle packaging so that customers can enjoy a plenty of it with a peace of mind. And what happened? The total content was 600 ml before. The bottle is now 1 liter. So, we introduce a new product with a total increase of more than 80% in size. A lot of people already know about Noni products, and you must have been very interested in them. But let's take a look at what Noni is once again from the beginning. As many people know, Noni, it's really good, right? It's a really good raw material in many ways for our body. We've put our frozen Noni at the front right now, the Noni we actually use. But even while we're shooting, the smell is so strong right now. It's very difficult to eat the raw material Noni. It's so good, but it's hard to swallow. Since we can't eat this raw like this, it's not easy to eat it even though people know it's good. That's why there are some people who drink while holding their nose. If it's a product we've been forced to eat because it's really good for our body, the Noni that Atomy is introducing this time can be thought as Noni that we can eat really deliciously while it still contains the nutrients of Noni as it is. When we say it's delicious, you might think, it's just Noni, how tasty could it be? But in fact, we have released it with a flavor that can be consumed just like juice while keeping it refrigerated. Of course, since it's Atomy, you can think of it as being made through fermentation and maturation with enhanced functionality without adding any harmful substances. It was made using organic Noni used in Java Island, Indonesia, and was fermented and aged as a whole while being raised really cleanly and hygienically there. You can think that it wasn't only raised cleanly and hygienically, but also received organic farm certification, and as an organic farm, guaranteed raw material was used. And you can think of it as a farm that manages the entire process by creating a farm dedicated to Atomy that you can trust and eat. The farm's also registered with the FDA. In a facility that has been certified to make organic processed food, we've actually stated organic Noni exactly according to the organic processing certification. If you look at the front of it, it'd be good to understand that it's a much upgraded product that says Atomy Fermented Noni Concentrate Organic Fermented Noni contained exclusively by Atomy, and that it is organic at all. In fact, in the process of developing the product, not only I, but also the chairman drank it, so you'll understand that it's really flavorful Noni that can be consumed without grimacing even once. For specific or professional details, we will invite Dr. Im Jung-na and listen to the real and specific development process of the product.
Hello, I'm Im Jung-na. Members, it's been a while. I hope that this opportunity will deliver more good news and useful information to the members. Noni is a tropical fruit that is grown in tropical and subtropical regions. It has been cultivated a lot in the tropics since 2,000 years ago, and the natives in that area have been using it as a medicinal plant for a long time. In the 1700s, a captain named James Cook first saw the fruit called Noni. After that, Noni was gradually introduced to the developed countries of the Western powers. A lot of research has been done since Noni was introduced. After that, Noni was consumed by many people and began to be tasted. Medical doctor Neil Solomon conducted clinical trials for over 20,000 patients for about 2 years and found that almost all diseases were improved by more than 80%. Since then, a lot of research has been done on Noni, and as many members already know, Noni contains vitamins, minerals, amino acids, proxaronine, iridoid, and scopolamine, which is representative substance of anti-inflammatory and antioxidant polyphenols. Noni has polyphenol about 100 times more than mango, kiwi, and tomato. There are 19 types of iridoids. In addition, it has a lot of useful ingredients such as damnacanthal and ursolic acid. Since 2009, Korea Food Research Institute has been conducting such studies to increase the content of useful components of various plants with the technology called bioconversion capability. We found lactic acid bacteria suitable for noni, and through many experiments, we found lactic acid bacteria that can activate an enzyme called beta-glucosidase that can cut the sugars present as glycosides of useful ingredients of noni. Because the lactic acid bacteria have too many useful ingredients that noni has, about 7 types of complex lactic acid bacteria were used to ferment it. Therefore, the 7 types of noni specialized lactic acid bacteria are called Atomy 7 types of complex lactic acid bacteria. A manufacturer of the items has been reported under Atomy's name so that only Atomy can use it. By using coconut, sugar, calamansi juice, and isomaltooligosaccharide, we were able to make a good noni to fortify the really useful parts of noni. Indonesia is a country made up of more than 188 volcanic islands. Among them, Java is a very famous volcanic island, and since it is a volcanic soil, we chose organic noni from Java as a raw material. Designated as a dedicated farm for Atomy, picking noni fruit, washing it 3 times within 12 hours, freezing it at -40 degrees, and then airlifting it back to a Korean manufacturer, sorting it right away, and then harvesting lactic acid bacteria. It is fermented and aged for about 45 days after inoculation. After this fermentation and aging, it's further aged for 15 days to maximize the useful ingredients. There are many useful ingredients in noni. Because useful ingredients in fruits do not exist alone, but exist in the form of glycosides combined with sugars, it is usually difficult for people to accept them as useful ingredients when ingested. Therefore, it's necessary to activate an enzyme called beta-glucosidase that can break down these sugars. In order to create an environment for lactic acid bacteria suitable for noni, Atomy and Korea Food Research Institute conducted a national research project to find 7 types of lactic acid bacteria suitable for it. These 7 types of complex lactic acid bacteria have been registered to be manufactured by Atomy's own 7 types of complex lactic acid bacteria AON 1805 and can only be used by. In order to make this Atomy-specific product, Atomy went through the process of finding lactic acid bacteria that can enhance the useful ingredients of noni by comparing 52 types of lactic acid bacteria that have been patented by the Korea Food Research Institute with noni one by one. We are currently carrying out 2 national research projects over the past 2 years. We are carrying out 2 national research projects led by the Small and Medium Business Administration. The development of health functional food to improve immunity and the development of health functional food to improve blood sugar. We have also obtained patents for compositions and manufacturing methods for allergy prevention and improvement, diabetes prevention and improvement, and male andropause prevention and improvement, utilizing fermented noni, while conducting toxicological research. We are conducting research to be recognized as an individually recognized raw material. Currently, as a result of pre-inspection through Kyunghee University and then Gangwon University, the effect is almost equal to that of the drug used as a positive control for blood sugar, allergy, and then andropause. It seems that the period for receiving the accreditation can be shortened as much as possible to receive it.
Yes, earlier, Dr. Im Jung-na gave a really detailed explanation of what noni is really good for. Noni is a tropical fruit that has many advantages, even though it's right at the front. Many of you may be surprised by the word fruit, right? It's a tropical fruit. However, the noni has a lot of really good advantages, but it is really difficult to reveal these advantages, so I think it was a fruit that was underestimated. Although it is good, it is a little difficult to eat, so it was a fruit that was difficult to see the effect. Atomy Organic Fermented Noni really took out only the advantages of this noni and made us eat a lot of it. As I said before, it can be eaten a lot. We put things like coconut sugar in it, and not only it tastes better, but we developed it in a form that is much better functionally. In order to actually make dry food with that improved functionality, we are proceeding with individually recognized raw materials. As you may know, an individually recognized raw material can only be received if it has more functionality than the raw material announced by the Ministry of Food and Drug Safety. So we usually conduct research for 3 to 4 years. We are preparing an individually recognized raw material for the first time in Korea with Noni. Although many doctors and researchers have made efforts, in fact, there is a part where Noni has not been recognized as a raw material for examination until now. Because it's too difficult to standardize and it's not really easy to check the toxicity when consumed in large quantity. So Atomy is now challenging the task that no one has been able to challenge with Atomy Arat and the manufacturer. It would be nice if you could understand that. Right now, we sell it as food, but I think it would be good if you could understand that the product will become a health-functional food as it is when we acquire an accreditation-type task. We are now launching a new product in this large-capacity bulk form according to our eco-friendly policy. It seems to be the potassium that many people worry about when drinking a cup of Noni like this. Because there are people who have restrictions on potassium intake, in the case of Atomy Noni, we ferment it for 1,440 hours. So, the content of potassium is only that of regular milk. We use our own fermentation process for the potassium contained in the raw material of Noni so that it is safe to eat enough, so there is no problem at all even if you consume 1 liter all at once. It is a product that was developed that way, so you can trust it and drink it a lot. Perhaps not only to those who have been waiting for Noni, but also to those who have not been able to eat Noni because it's a bit difficult. If you eat it deliciously because it tastes like fruit juice, drink without hesitation and enjoy the many nutrients that Noni has. I will see you again next time with a new product. Thank you!